Hey guys, it's Breach. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue 151, No Trades, No Cheats. Last time we went through the burning research facility and got the key to this building, the Cinnabar Island Gym. Jerkwad's already been here. Now this building at least has an interesting mechanic. Each room has these quiz machines. If you guess right, you get to go on to the next room. Guess wrong, you have to face the next trainer. Locks the door behind you. I think it locks the door behind you. Now, this one, Caterpie does eventually evolve into Butterfree, but I guess wrong just to show you what we can do here. Basically, how you can, get more experience or skip these battles if you would like. If you get it wrong, the trainer instantly walks over to you and you have a trainer battle. So, yeah. The Pokemon here, not at least in the trainers, aren't too terribly powerful. Once you get to Blaine, the gym leader, his are a step up in difficulty, but the trainers that you encounter, not really too powerful. I mean, they're going to have fire types, so just come in prepared. I could use Blastoise here, but honestly I want to get more experience on Mew rather than having to try and train up everything else to be ready for the Elite Four. Because they are just around the corner. Like, the next episode after this is Victory Road. The episode after that is the Elite Four. Yeah, we're getting there, guys. Ninetales, as I was explaining earlier, whenever I was having issues with my own Vulpix, is significantly better than Vulpix, and will do a lot more damage to you, even at the same level as a Vulpix. However, with the stone Pokemon, most of the time, once you evolve them, they stop learning moves. So, evolve wisely. That's why Pikachu is still a Pikachu and not a Raichu yet. Because I don't want to lose out on any of the potential moves that Pikachu could get along the way. Now, there's two trainers here. I'm not really sure what that's about. I think probably they just ran out of memory and space to have you fight the other one for the area. In that question, there are true or false 9 badges. We know there are 8 badges, so yeah. Next, Poliwag evolves 3 times. No. In Gen 1, no Pokemon evolves 3 times. The most they can evolve is twice in this generation. Eevee, I guess you could count each of its evolutions as 3, but you can only evolve each Eevee once, so. Thunder moves effective against ground element type. No, we learned that whenever we got Dugtrio and fought Lieutenant Surge. Now this next one. Again, you get the same message every time. Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical. Correct. Each Pokemon has a different ID number associated with it. Excuse me, sorry. As well as different stat growths. So, even if you raise them side by side, given the exact same amount of HP, or XP, not going to be identical. TM28 does not contain Tombstoner. I think that one was actually Dig, if I remember right. It's one of the ones that you pick up story-wise, so that's why they expect you to know that. And here we have Blaine, who, good bald mad scientist looking dude. And like I said, his Pokemon are a cut above the others. His starting is, 6 levels higher than the average for the other trainers. So that's still not going to matter with Mew leading the charge. He's going to have a Growlithe, a Ponyta, I think a Rapidash, and an Arcanine. So, fairly good fire types. Might have, yeah, Rapidash and then Arcanine. And Arcanine, definitely my favorite fire type, besides Charizard. My favorite pure fire type. He's just solid all around. He was one that I was going to have in my, final party whenever I was considering you know, leveling up a party evenly, but there's really no point to, as you can clearly see by one Mew destroying everything. Now, Arctine's special falling is very good because his fire moves, like Fire Blast, are going to count as special. Now, Mew got burned there, which is a status that doesn't happen very often at all, and it kind of acts like poison. So, except for from fire-type moves. Cool concept, but doesn't really happen enough to warrant preventing it. Especially since we can just walk out of here, go to a Pokemon Center, and then we're good to go. And that was our 7th badge. So there's only one more badge left between us and the Pokemon League. The difference between burn and poison, again, is you don't take damage over time while you're walking from burn, just in battle. So it's like a weaker poison. So let's fly back to Viridian City. I remember there being a gym there that, you know, we couldn't go into at the beginning of the game. We walked by it. We'll stop by the Pokemon Center first, though, because, you know, reasons. Apparently, you shouldn't just go into battle with your Pokemon burned and half dead, especially when you know that the other trainers, or the trainer's going to have Pokemon that vastly outlevel yours. Now, in the manual that came with the game, with Red and Blue, it showed you each of the badges and gave you a bio of basically the gym leader that was there. Except for not the 8th gym, it didn't show you who was in it. Now I'm just checking the Pokedex, showing off that we have 57 Pokemon at this point, when we're, you know, so very near the end of the game. I can't remember if I cut out these other trainers here or not. This is, if you remember where you encountered these this mechanic, it makes it quite obvious who the gym leader is going to be for this area. Now, you really only have to do 1 to 2 NPCs to get to the gym leader. There's a lot more than you have to do through here. But if you remember, the really only other place we saw the ground tile mechanic, it'll let you know who the gym leader is going to be. So, if you can't figure it out on your own by now, I'll wait until we get to him to talk about it. But, ground type Pokemon, where have we seen those before? Interesting, a Rhyhorn. We fought a Rhyhorn, haven't we? I believe we have. This guy, this NPC, you do have to fight to either get him to walk forward, and you can leave the gym and come back and he'll reset his position, or you can go around him. But he blocks off this path for now, if you don't want to leave and come back in. But if you're going to leave and come back in, you might as well just go around him. Oh, excuse me. Been doing commentary for like 4 of these in a row right now, trying to knock it all out so I can take some days off before recording our next LP project. But fighting types, fighting, ground, just what could it be? Now, if you come back here in Gold and Silver, after you beat the Elite Four in Johto, you get to come back to Kanto, and you get to fight all the 8 gym leaders here, too. So, your rival from this game actually becomes the gym leader of this gym in Gold and Silver, which I thought was really cool. I didn't get that far in Gold and Silver. Like I said, that's one of the ones that I've never beaten. So, oh, here's the gym leader. I recognize that scummy little crime boss face. Giovanni. for the 3rd time. Yeah, he's our big baddie in this game. Not the final boss, but the final gym leader, the big bad guy who's been leading Team Rocket and running a Pokemon gym at the same time. So, I mean, if he's really that evil and bad, yet he's running part of the organization that, you know, basically is the governing body of all Pokemon trainers, it doesn't make sense. It does not add up. They took over Silphco. I don't know if maybe he was a gym leader before and just power went to his head or something, or what we're supposed to think. It doesn't really explain it. He leaves, abandons Team Rocket, and abandons the gym after you beat him here. So that leaves, you know, an absence of an 8th gym leader, and no one else can go challenge you as the Pokemon champion, which is kind of funny in a sad way. But because you have to have the 8 badges to go to the Indigo Plateau, so I don't know. It doesn't add up. Was he a gym leader before he was the leader of Team Rocket? Did he, you know, was he the leader of Team Rocket and he just infiltrated the Pokemon League to become a gym leader? Doesn't really make much sense. Now, we're going to have one more battle after this in this episode, because I do want to, I want to leave us off right outside Victory Road. And we'll do Victory Road in the next episode. And I think you can imagine what the one battle is. It's a, oh, you beat me as proof, here's the Earth Badge. Earth Badge makes Pokemon of any level obey. Okay, so you can trade level 100 Pokemon now, because you're basically a Pokemon master. And he would give you a TM. I don't want it. I'm not going to deal with it. I don't care. And I think actually doing that keeps him from leaving. Because, you know, he's supposed to give you the item, but he's also supposed to flee, and that empties the gym and makes it abandoned so that the rival can move in for the 3 years later that the Johto experience takes place in. So I just broke canon. No big deal. I broke the game's canon. Suck it, Pokemon. I don't care. Build my own canon here. Now, earlier in the game, I told you there was a rival battle if you go west of Viridian City. We skipped that rival battle earlier. He would have had just a Pidgey and his starter. I think they would have been like level 9, maybe. Level 8 and 9. But, after you get all 8 badges and come back over here, he's back. You got all the badges, I'll whip you up as a warm-up. You know, the rival in this game, I called him Jerkface, and, you know, tells everyone to smell you later. Honestly, he's not that bad. He's not as bratty as I remember him being. He gives you decent advice. Yeah, he's just trying to help you warm up and get ready for the challenges that are ahead of you. So, honestly, I kind of sympathize with the rival a little bit. Obviously, I'm playing supposed to be me, so I'm going to go for that character over his, but, you know, he's not that bad. He's just trying to do what you're trying to do, which is, you know, become one of the best trainers there is. I don't think he has that Rhyhorn in... We get to fight him one more time, and I don't think he has that Rhyhorn when we do. Yeah, there's no point in changing Pokemon right now. Nothing else can even really hold a candle in this battle. We've used exclusively Mew, excuse me, which will save time on, you know, any kind of off-screen grinding that I would otherwise have to do. And yeah, I mean, our journey's almost complete. We left Pallet Town to go become the Pokemon Master, and we're going to go to the gym, or go to the Pokemon League with all 8 badges. It's kind of a wonderful feeling. He's got 2 Pokemon left, and then we go to Victory Road, where we celebrate our victory and have just a puzzle cave before we go take on the Elite Four, which are the 4 best trainers in the world of Pokemon, Red and Blue. I don't think they'd hold a candle to some of the trainers that are out there today, or you know, most players. But we get to fight that Venusaur one more time. Don't you remember when it was just a little bitty Bulbasaur? Don't you just want to pinch its cheeks and have a nice little nostalgia fest? Aw. Hurricane is level 52 now. We've come a long way, guys. Ever since, you know, starting out with nothing back in Pallet Town. Just to let you guys know, since I have recorded the entire series already. Doing this took about 29 hours total. Now, if you'd come here before having all the badges, whichever badges you don't have would stop you from progressing further. And it's just kind of a memento, and like, hey, you've accomplished a lot in this game so far, so go on. The next step is ahead of you. But about 29 to 30 hours is really freaking fast for this challenge. It was still a drain because I did it in a matter of, you know, a week, but it's really fast, and you know, the glitches that I used are why it went by so much faster. Really, I can't get by here without you having the soul badge? I couldn't surf here without having the soul badge. What is wrong with you? The soul badge lets you use surf in and out of battle, and I couldn't get next to you if I couldn't surf. I don't remember if you can or can't run into wild Pokemon in the grass right there. I'm sure you can, because it's not the tile of grass that doesn't have encounters. But this is going to be the end of the episode. Next time we're going to take on Victory Road. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked, didn't like about the episode. If you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let's get ready to take on the Elite Four.